I seen this wild ass story, bro. It's about these dudes in Ukraine, like in Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say where they're from, bro, because it's like really hard to pronounce, bro. It's like a big ass word. I'll show you later what the fuck where they're from, bro. But what these three dudes did, or wild, but did it like in their like 1920, like around that age, damn near. They're pretty young, but it was like a trio of them. It would start off with this dude named Victor and Alex.
Yeah.
They knew each other like in 3rd grade and shit like that. And then they met this other guy when he came to that school named Igor, and they were just homies and shit like that for so long. And the teacher always saying like, yeah, ever since like Igor joined the group, they low-key started being like shithead low-key. Like they started like
getting bad.
They started being like delinquents and shit like that. And then like around 8th grade, they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna try to like combat our fears, like to get over all our fears. So Victor and Igor hung on their 14-story like apartment or like this random ass building that's all tall.
Yeah.
And they just hung on that motherfucker for hours.
What?
Over the fear heights, right? And they're like, okay, yeah, we're over our fear heights, so we're like, we're gonna help out Alexander or Alex. His fear was blood. So the way they got over his fears, they'll get stray dogs and they'll torture and kill them, bro, and like record it, take pictures of it and shit like that, and like use the blood of the dogs to like write hella racist shit and like draw hella like crazy ass symbols and shit like that.
What?
And on June 25th, 2007, after all that shit happened and shit like that, when they're older now, they just started like a crazy ass spree of murders, bro. Like they killed over like 21 people.
What? For what?
Just cause, bro. Like the first girl they killed, she was just walking, minding her business, right? And they walked past her, like they'll walk past her, turn around hella quick, and just started whacking her in the head with a hammer.
Whoa.
And just started beating her, just beat her to death. Like pretty much most of the people they killed, bro, they beat to the point they're unrecognizable. And they always killed their people with like hammers and shit like that. And later, after they killed her, like a few hours later, bro, they seen a dude sleeping on the bench, killed him too. And that dude was sleeping right in front of a prosecutor's office, bro.
What?
They just beat him to death, bro.
Bro, they're straight up evil,
Yeah,
bro.
And then on July 1st, in a nearby town, they found 2 other people dead.
Yeah.
5 days later, they found in another town 3 people dead.
Fuck.
In another town 5 days later.
Yeah.
A day later, they found this other girl who was like 28 years old. So they found her dead, like some like lifeguard lady or something like that.
In a different town?
In a different town, like nearby.
Oh my god.
They were just traveling, bro, just killing people and shit like that.
Getting away with it. Was this all in the span of like a short time?
It's all in 1 month.
What?
All in 1 month. This all happened in 1 month.
What?
And then, and after they killed that lady, like the security guard, they used her clothes to like wipe off the blood off their hammer and shit like that. And then they went and killed like some disabled lady and this other girl, I think. And then I think a day later or a couple days later, these 2 boys that were 14 years old that were fishing, they got attacked and one of them got away, right?
Yeah.
And the one that got away went to the police and shit like that. And the police started beating the fuck out of him when they were interrogating him because of that he killed his homie.
What?
They're beating on him shit like that, like you killed your friend and shit like that, and he's already he got beat up by
them. Yeah, trying to get away from
it. And eventually
them.
they're like, okay, wait, we did been having hell of murders around here, so maybe this kid's right. You know what I mean? So they draw up a little sketch of him and shit like that, kind of like piece together like, oh yeah, all these murders are connected, bro. And then on July 23rd, 2007, Igor